Hello everyone, and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to go on location to several schools to highlight the supports that we have in place for students and staff so that both can be successful as we seek to improve student achievement. So stay tuned.
School culture reveals itself in many ways and forms. Habits and techniques that support learning makes for engaged students. One example, Brooks Elementary teacher Jody Brooks enlightens an engaged class of fifth graders.
I want them to think, hey, learning can be fun. I never know what to expect when I come in the room. And if I can teach them to be a lifelong learner, then that's what I'm looking for.
They want to learn, they want to be here, they want to understand more and know more, and they're excited about what their teacher is presenting to them, but they're also excited about learning more about that on their own as well.
We do a lot in fifth grade about being leaders and teaching them to be leaders and what it means to be a leader. And from the very first day of school, teaching them to be kind to each other, teaching them to lead by example, really teaching them to be their best. We believe that learning can be hard, but we believe that learning can be fun.
Engagement and a family type culture is embedded throughout our school. It's not just in one classroom, it's not just on one hallway, but from pre-K all the way up to fifth grade in our specials classrooms, our counselors, our media specialists, our custodians, and our cafeteria. Making students successful is a priority to everyone. That's what you're going to see no matter where you go in our school.
We've been speaking about three pieces to our leadership, and that's what? Integrity, accountability, and composure. And so today,
Another attribute of school culture manifests itself in the minds and hearts of students as a place where they feel safe and secure. Here at Madras Middle School, two different school programs approach the aspect of school as a haven. Assistant Principal Marius Truitt works with a group of young men in the program Lead to Succeed.
It certainly is a safe haven for them. We have found that the young males, once they are able to communicate that, we see this change in behavior, we see a change in the way they communicate, and it develops a great deal of trust with these young men.
Middle school can be such a challenging age, and there are a lot of changes developmentally, physically, social adjustments. Peers all of a sudden become more important with peer pressures. So we want them coming in, making the transition from elementary school to not only thrive academically, but make sure we're meeting those developmental needs that a middle schooler is going to have. We have over 30 clubs and organizations that our teachers freely give their time to sponsor. Just there's something for everyone.
All right. Hi, my name is Caroline Rothschild.
And I'm Erin Nash, and we are the school counselors at Madras Middle School. We love Madras, and we feel like it's a really special place. And one reason that we love it so much is because of the warm, welcoming environment that has been created that actually spans throughout the fibers of this building, from the administration, to the counselors, to the students, to the teachers.
And building those relationships serves as a great platform to get students excited about building a strong school community. So we have some Eagle ambassadors here today to talk about how they help with that.
One way I'm involved in Madras is through the Eagle Ambassador Program, which is an organization that helps create a welcoming environment for new students through student-led programs. One way I'm involved in this is by hosting events for the school.
I love the positive environment that Madras has. I love that I get to participate in many activities that Madras holds. One thing I get to do is show new students around the school. This helps them out by showing them where their next class is going to be and also having a new friend when they come to Madras.
As an Eagle Ambassador, I have the opportunity to be involved in the new student group. I love being a part of this group to help new students navigate through their transition to Madras.
Hey there, I'm Coach Nash. I teach PE and I'm a head boys basketball coach as well as one of the sponsors for FCA here at Madras. Here at Madras we have over 30 groups, clubs, and organizations for our students to be involved with. This allows us to have students lead. It allows us to have students serve and find a place of belonging. We have a few student athletes here that are going to tell you about those.
Hi, my name is Bryce Jarvis. I'm involved in FCA Distinguished Gentlemen, soccer, basketball, football, and track. Through Distinguished Gentlemen and athletics, I have had many opportunities to help people that might not be as fortunate as me. I did tornado relief with the basketball team, and I served bridging the gap with Distinguished Gentlemen.
My name is Rhea Jarvis, and I participated in soccer, basketball, track, and volleyball. I also did FCA, and FCA helps keep me grounded, and it also makes growth in our school and the environment. Sports help keep you accountable, and you can also keep your teammates accountable.
Hi, I'm Maylin Meacham. I'm involved with volleyball, track, and FCA. Last year was my first year at Madras, and so being able to come to Madras and get involved with all of their sports and clubs really helped me connect with the school, and that helped me become a leader with FCA this year for their small groups.
Hello, my name is Dimitri Swindle, and I'm an Eagle Ambassador here at Madras. And one thing that I like about Madras is our club that we have here called Distinguished Gentlemen. What we do is we go out into the community and we serve the less fortunate people, and we help them get the resources they need.
We believe in excellence, we believe in hard work, and we believe in advanced opportunities for every student. We have students who become not only passionate about the day-to-day instruction, but passionate about something bigger than themselves.
Extracurricular activities such as band helps build school culture and provides other benefits.
Students who are involved in extracurricular activities have higher attendance rates, they have better behavior, and overall their grades are better. By providing students with opportunities to engage with each other, with their staff members, and with their community, they are more committed to the academic side.
And what I love about the band program here is that we give every student a place, but through music, every student here gets to have a voice. And through that voice, they get a chance to discover who they really are and connect with a greater school, and more importantly, connect inside of themselves and connect to the world. My experience too is that as a student gets to connect and they find their place and they find their purpose, academics, social, everything gets a chance to be uplifted. It's a chance to change the whole student, and that's what we do in music, is we get a chance to benefit the entire student, mind, body, and I would argue the soul.
Welcome back. We're here at Newnan Crossing Elementary School with Newnan Crossing Principal, Dr. Paige Tarleton. Paige, how are you today?
I am great. How are you?
Good, good. Seems like a great day here at Newnan Crossing.
It's a great day. It's always a great day at the crossing.
Oh, every day is a great day at the crossing. There you go.
It is.
You guys had a visitor, a pretty important visitor a while back. State Superintendent Richard Woods came to visit, huh?
Yeah, it was super exciting. We were honored that he came to Newnan Crossing. He wanted to hand out constitutions to our 4th grade classes, and he actually autographed them all. So he came with some of his assistants and some awesome county staff. Cool. And State Representative Lynn Smith. And so we took him to our 4th grade classrooms. He handed out constitutions, and then we just wanted him to tour around the building so that you could kind of feel how the kind of passion and excitement that we have going on here.
Yeah, it's kind of cool when the state superintendent chooses your school. I know it's nerve-wracking, but it's pretty cool as well.
It was super exciting, and we were honored. His assistant just called out of the blue and said, this is Geraldine from State Superintendent Richard Wood's office. We'll be in your area next week. Can we drop by about 10?
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, yes, of course.
Well, and I'm sure when he was here, he was able to see the passion that you have for this place, and of course, that your teachers have for kids. So let's talk a little bit about that passion and how it kind of plays itself out on a daily basis. You know, we throw the word around school culture a lot. What's school culture mean here at Newnan Crossing?
It means that teachers and staff members and our families and students want to come here every day and be in the building.
Yeah.
it's care, when you care for people, they care for people. And so we really try to love on all of our staff members and our students and families, because we feel like it's important so that we can build that kind of collective efficacy, you know, that we talk about with Hattie, just so that everybody wants to be in our building so that they can get to work.
Yeah, and this is year 3 for you as principal, right?
Yes.
And one thing I've noticed since you've been principal is you really have made an intentional effort where your staff is concerned to make sure that they enjoy coming to work and that they feel good about the work they're doing here.
Yes, we try to love on our staff as much as we can. Every couple of Fridays we do Friday treats, and we take a cart around, we play music really loud, and we just love on our people so that they know they're appreciated. Right now we have a rock, paper, scissors challenge going on with all our staff so that we can kind of get each other out of the room and out of the, you know, out around so you can meet other people and have some conversations. It's just super important. We have staff shout outs so that, you know, we can just shout out things that our awesome staff's doing every day, and they in turn love on the kids. And
yeah, and you actually took away what I was about to say. They in turn love on the kids and make sure that this school is a place where kids want to be 5 days a week.
Yes, they do. They work really hard to create engaging lessons and inviting rooms, and really work to build those connections so that the kids really feel loved and excited to come back the next day.
Yeah, and you know, all of our schools across the county are good at it. My daughter goes to Poplar Road, and she loves to go to school. And school, for a lot of kids, I mean, it is a safe haven for a lot of kids.
And I just went to Brooks for an effectiveness visit, and it's a really great place. I had a really good feeling. I know there's so many amazing schools in our system that, you know, do a great job of making kids and families just want to be a part so you can build up that community.
Yeah, when teachers feel good, the kids feel good, and when kids feel good, they learn, and that's what we're after, right?
Right, because you can't teach them until you connect with them and you build that relationship. Like, that is key.
Yeah, and what types of things have you done? Give us some examples over the course of time of things that you've really tried to do to build the positive school culture that obviously exists here.
So I love music. Music always makes things a lot of fun. So we have music upon arrival on Friday. I'd love to bring it some more days. We have Fun Friday music at Walk and Talk, and we even bring the music in for our kindergarten and first graders because we don't let them out for Walk and Talk quite yet. We added just the Fun Friday treats for staff. We have competitions and just fun events for the staff to do, and families are coming in we have a family fun night tied to our book fair coming up, and they bring a chair. We have food trucks, we have a DJ, and people can just hang out and enjoy being together.
Yeah, and that's really important. You mentioned the whole family. I mean, we're all interconnected here, from the family through the staff all the way to the principal. And we want Newnan Crossing, I know you want Newnan Crossing to be a place that families want to be and you want to engage with them.
Yes, we're excited about our upcoming, we have our Title I curriculum night coming up, and families can come and visit the classrooms, and we're just so excited for them to feel how much we love on their kids and the expectations we have as far as academics and attendance and behavior, and we're just ready just to show off our building and show off our connections with students.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be some big event. Any parent can get you anytime for any reason. All they got to do is email or call, right?
Yep, and it starts in the morning at the end of the car line, waving every day. So it's a good start to your day by connecting with those families as they drop their kids off in the morning.
You know, I think it's important, you know, for parents to know, for our community to know that culture is built intentionally, action by action, and from the beginning of the school year with open house through the end of the school year with field day, all of that interaction and all of that culture building is intentional on the part of both you and your staff.
Yeah, it's good. We make sure we're in classrooms supporting teachers, and we talk to kids at lunch and all throughout the day. We work hard to learn everybody's names so that, you know, they really feel a connection, have conversations other than academics with kids, so that when you need to have a conversation about academics or about behavior, you kind of already have that connection. It really does take our whole staff, our whole school, to create this culture. Every member of our staff is like an integral part of this culture. I mean, we had a student had trouble the other day, and he was having a really hard time, and one of our awesome custodians is like, hey man, you want to talk? And so they just walked off down the hallway and helped resolve the problem, and so that he could get back to class. It was really good.
And you know, research shows all it takes is a deep, meaningful relationship with one adult. Doesn't matter who that adult is, and odds are students going to improve their achievement in learning.
Right, it's really about the connections. So we got to make those connections first so that we can dig deep and get the most we can out of our students, so they want to work hard for us and so that they're able to learn the things that we want them to learn so they can be successful here and at the next level.
Yeah, so principal connecting with teachers, create positive experiences for them, support for them. They in turn create support for students and families. And then next thing you know, everybody pulling in the same direction. That collective efficacy that you talked about, certainly a powerful thing in the life of a child and in their learning.
And it starts when you come in the building in the morning. You know, you start with that smile and that hug, and you just really get everybody happy to be in the building, ready to learn, ready to work.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for what you do. You're doing a great job. Of course, Newnan Crossing is a special place, and just keep working hard at it. You know, I always say the work may be hard, but it's always worth it in the end.
It definitely is, and we love like when you have our principals meetings and you share your story of how students have contacted you that you had previously, and then the impact that you had on their life. In our back to school meeting, we talked a lot about if you give a kid hope, you give them a future. And so really at Newnan Crossing, we're all in, we're better together, and we do everything we can to help kids soar to success.
Awesome. Well, thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.
We'll be back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We're back in the studio from Newnan Crossing Elementary, and I have with me two of our counselors here in the school system, Dawn Revere and Michele Hutcheson. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, you guys got to be more excited than that to be here in this beautiful podcast studio. So let's talk a little bit about all of the things that we have available to make sure that our kids can thrive in our school system, that they get everything they need. First thing out there that I think of when I think about opportunities for kids is our calendars, our student calendars, which we just put out for public input a few weeks ago. 180 instructional days, Ms. Hutcheson's pretty big deal, right?
Right, yes. And so the 180 instructional days gives our students the opportunity to get in all of the academic work that they need to earn their credits at the high school level anyway.
Yeah, and those calendars are available online, so everybody can go and they can say whatever they want, but they're up for the next 2 years, and we'll see which option we're going to go with here in the next few weeks. But 180 instructional days, a lot of systems, even in the state of Georgia, are 160, 165, and that 180 is something that our board has been committed to over the years. But it's not just, Ms. Revere, Dawn, it's not just 180 instructional days. It's those opportunities within those days. And you work here at the Central Educational Center, and this is just a gold mine of opportunity for our kids. What all is available here?
Well, that's right. In addition to academic classes that students can take advantage of at their base schools as well, we have a number of career electives. And we have career electives that are aligned with high-demand career fields, aviation, audio, video, and film. Healthcare is very big. We also have construction classes, pre-engineering classes, just to name a few. And of course, we partner with West Georgia Technical College, so students can also take advantage of those technical college courses while they're on our campus.
Yeah, so kids can be enrolled in college courses while they're right here on campus every day.
That's right.
And Michele, a lot of systems in the state are on a traditional schedule. We're on what I call a 4x4 block or a block schedule. Right. What are the benefits of that block schedule for our kids?
Well, the benefit of the block schedule gives them 8 courses each year. And with the way we have our calendar set up, that allows for the students to be able to complete their first full class, 4 classes in the fall semester, and then start fresh 4 new classes in January. But 8 classes during a school year, that certainly allows more opportunities to be able to come participate in classes here at CEC and have more room for drama and chorus and band and exploring career options even at the base school. Yeah. So our block schedule is very beneficial for our students.
And that kind of gets back to a theme here, that whole child. When we talk about, Dawn, and education, we're talking about, yes, math, science, social studies, those things, English, but we're also talking about trying to engage a child's interest, be that in fine arts, be that in career technical courses, so that the stage is set for them to leave here well-rounded, but also prepared to possibly go into the workforce.
That's right. They can explore career fields that they think they might be interested in, that they may have already planned to pursue after high school, but they can do it for free while they're in high school. And, just learn about different fields, whereas if they were in college and started a major, they might get deep into that major and realize it's not what they want to do for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
But here they can sample lots of different career areas. And our students who are on option B can become certified and in many cases get technical diplomas and graduate from high school and be prepared to go out into the workforce.
Yeah, and I want to get us to option B in a minute because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. But before we do that, Michele, we're talking about these opportunities extend down into middle school as well. I mean, my own daughter went into high school this year with 2 credits already.
Right.
So now there's even more flexibility to either advance her course of study or to take advantage of some of the innovative courses that we have. So even down in the middle school, we're offering high school credit.
We do. We offer for our middle school students, they can earn a credit in government, they can earn a credit in Spanish, and through our classes here at CEC, for those students that choose to be a student at CEC in the 8th grade, then there are additional opportunities.
Yeah, it's almost cafeteria style, buffet style school where you can fit your schedule, your calendar to your needs and your interest, and then we build around those core academics, but the sky's kind of the limit for a student with the block schedule and all the options that we have here.
Right. Another benefit to the block schedule is that students are only worried about 4 classes during the semester, and so I've talked to many students who feel like that's much more manageable than trying to navigate 6 or 7 different classes at a time.
Yeah, and Dawn, on the flip side, for a student who may be struggling, we require 28 credits to graduate. You take 32 courses over the course of your academic career, so there's a little bit more wiggle room than, say, on a traditional schedule for a kid, right?
Oh, absolutely. They have a cushion, really, a semester's worth of a cushion. But many of our students aren't necessarily aware of it, but it's nice for them to have that because they do have a full semester.
Yeah, because sometimes things happen and you may struggle for a little bit, but it's not the end of the world, and we'll craft a plan to be able to help get you through.
That's right. And it also, when students transfer in from traditional scheduling and have to start with block scheduling, they do have the opportunity that spring semester earn 4 new credits instead of coming in, if they're coming with half credits.
Whatever those needs are, we want to try to build the plan to fit those needs. So let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite things to talk about that I don't think a lot of people really know about. Option B. I hate the name because it seems like it's a secondary option, but option B really could be option A for a lot of kids. So who wants to talk about option B?
Well, I will start.
All right.
So option B is very near and dear to my heart because I have my son. He went through option B and graduated in 2020 through that program. So, and he's employed, doing well for himself. And so option B allows our students to have the training through the technical college and be able to get their high school diploma all at the same time. And right now, the people that are getting hired are the people that have skills, and the skills are obtained through places like West Georgia Technical College. And there are many different programs, and option B options are continuing to expand. And so, we have the dental assisting program, we have automotives and welding and precision manufacturing, and many others that are that will be available for our students. So.
Yeah, I am convinced that an option that will allow a child or a student to leave here with technical certificates, a high school diploma, ready to enter the workforce with the soft skills and the necessary skills to be able to do a job,
right.
Makes total sense. And mind you, they can graduate earlier than 4 years in option B. That's appealing to a lot of kids. I just think a lot of people don't know about it. I think we need to probably, hopefully people watch this video and more will know about what Option B is. So
They can graduate early, but another benefit to block scheduling is that it gives students additional time to earn more certificates and become even more skilled and more qualified to go into the workforce. So through Option B, students are required to have 9 high school courses. Everything in addition to that is on the college side. So a student may earn 2 certificates in 2 semesters and be ready for graduation if they have the 9 classes completed and graduate early. But we encourage students to stay and earn additional certificates, earn a technical diploma if they have time, or at least work toward it so that when they graduate from high school, they may just have to go back for a semester or 2. And that way, when they enter the workforce, they can be more qualified for a higher paying and a better job.
Yeah, and I tell you, I'm a big fan of whatever it takes to light that fire for that student. If it's stay and get 3 technical certificates, we want you to stay. If graduating early is your thing and entering the workforce, we want that for you. But whatever it takes to engage them and to get them across that finish line, and just thanks to you guys for what you're doing for all of our kids. You are certainly making a difference, and I appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined by Coweta County School System Mental Health Coordinator Ruth Scott. Ruth, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ruth, I bet you can't guess what we're going to talk about.
Maybe it's mental health?
Maybe mental health. That's right. We're going to talk about mental health. So you've been in the system now for what, 4 or 5 years?
Going on 4.
Going on 4 years.
Yes.
So, and that was something, bringing you on board a few years ago was something that was very important to us. Because we felt like if we were going to say we're about the whole child and making sure that the whole child is well, that mental health was a big part of that.
Yeah, well, kids really are going to struggle academically if they're struggling mentally or with their emotions and those sorts of things, so they aren't going to be successful if those things aren't addressed.
Yeah, and it's really, really big, you got to meet those physical needs, food, you got to have clothes to wear, those sorts of things. But you've also got to meet those mental health needs and emotional needs so that kids can be prepared to learn when they walk in a classroom each day.
Yeah, it really is important. And honestly, when I look at it, I look at how can I prevent some of these mental health issues that kids are coming with, and how can I intervene early so that kids don't reach that crisis point.
Yeah, and I think you just made a great point, that early intervention piece, which is key, but also the proactive piece. And to be, the school system is a resource for parents, for kids, for families, for the community, and we really pride ourselves on being just that.
Yes, and a big piece of it too is just inviting the community in, because as a school system we can be the crossroads. All the kids are here. We have the space available and we've got the kids. We just need maybe the community's help to give us some of those resources like counseling or even just food pantry stuff and those sorts of things.
So what are some of those resources that we have in place for not only the kids, but also for the adults? So pick one, students or adults?
Students are my favorite. We've got, one of the first things we did is we partnered with Grace Harbor. And so Grace Harbor has given us 11 different counselors that we have placed in different schools. There's at least one mental health counselor in every school at least 1 day a week. Some of the schools, we've got a counselor there 3 or 4 days a week. And so they provide individual counseling for kids who have any kind of Medicaid health insurance. One of the gaps I found was that kids who had Medicaid, there was kids who didn't have Medicaid, and so they didn't have any access to counseling services. And so I've been really excited that we can use some of those CARES Act funds to provide those services for kids who don't have the resources to access it themselves.
Yeah, and just so we make sure everybody's clear, parents have to approve for their children to participate, but with parent permission, we have mental health services, access to trained therapists right in our schools for kids.
Yes, we do.
And that's at every school in the district.
Yeah, we do.
Not a lot of districts doing that.
I guess not. We are very privileged. One of the other exciting things that I'm doing this year is groups. We're offering group counseling. And so anyone who wants to can participate in those groups. We've got an agency that's going to be doing drug and alcohol groups. And then we've got other people that are going to be doing coping skills and anger management groups. And then we're also partnering with another community organization named Kate's Club, and they're going to be providing grief and loss therapy for our kids.
Yeah, so if a parent, grandparent, feels that their student needs access to something, how should they go about facilitating that for their student?
So they should talk to their school counselor. That's really, because there's only one of me and 34, 35 schools, the school counselor is really the point person that I work with the most, that I train, that I really access the kids through. And so just reach out to your school counselor and they will reach out to me and we can get them hooked up in a group.
Awesome. So go to that counselor. Counselor's going to get with you and we can work to fill whatever needs exist for a child so they can be successful.
And not just for groups, for individual as well. And even for resources. I actually got an email today of someone who was looking for a resource for some housing. Well, we don't provide that as a school system, but I know who does. Yeah. And so I sent them some information for the community partners that do that.
Yeah, it's really, really great. I view the school system as the conduit between, the child, the parent, the child, the community to make sure that we're fulfilling that need. So it's pretty cool to see that in action.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, so let's switch gears for a minute. We've talked about the kids, which of course in our line of business, the kids do come first.
Yes.
But adults have to be well. And adults have to be, we want adults to be happy and fulfilled in their work so that they can pour into kids.
Yeah.
What's available for employees, if there's an employee out there listening right now?
So we've got an employee assistance program, and that provides any one of our school employees or their family members with 6 free counseling sessions per person, per issue, per year.
And that's statewide?
Statewide.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes. And so even your daughter who lives with you can access those services, which is really exciting. A lot of people don't even know that that's available. Right. And that's separate from human resources. People don't have to worry about their job finding out if they're struggling, but it's really just there to help support teachers.
Yeah, that's something I think the Department of Education State Superintendent rolled out just over a month ago, and you're right, most people probably don't even know it's out there.
Oh no,
yet.
We had it before. As a school system, we had it before, but it just wasn't being used because people didn't know what it was.
Right.
But it was included in the insurance package that Coweta School Systems offered.
Wow. So now we're just at the point of we need to let the world know this is there, because healthy employees who feel good are going to be good for kids.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we're after. So some of the other programs we have in place, I know just this past year, Signs of Suicide is something that we decided to implement as a system. Talk a little bit about that.
So in my focus on prevention, I really started thinking about how can I keep kids alive? How can I keep them safe? And ultimately, there aren't enough adults in the building to be able to know how each child is doing. And so my goal with Signs of Suicide is to mobilize an army of students to look out for each other and to look out for their friends. Teachers, even parents, we don't know what our kids are posting on Instagram all the time. We don't know what they're posting on Snapchat, but their friends do. And so the goal with Signs of Suicide is to let kids know what some of the symptoms of depression are, what are some of the symptoms of a suicide possibility, and teach them to step in to show that their friend that they care, and then to tell a safe adult. And that can be a safe adult at school, that can be a trusted adult at home, but they can't keep those things a secret.
Yeah, and I think it's important, once again, to remind parents, children don't have to participate in that, but they can certainly opt out, but it is something that we have available for all students to be able to participate if they choose.
Yes.
It's a pretty good deal. So what else is out there?
The Georgia State Legislature requires that we do child sexual abuse prevention. So that's done in kindergarten through 9th grade. Every year, parents opt in to that program. But that's also using evidence-based curriculums. It's done once a year, and we're really just, again, trying to protect kids and keep them safe.
Yeah. So if you had one thing to leave us with, we've got about 58 seconds left from the mental health coordinator perspective, what would it be?
You're not alone, I guess, is what I'm looking to say, is that there are people here that care about you and that want to help. And a lot of times we don't know that you're hurting unless you tell somebody. So please reach out to your school counselors, reach out to me. Let us know how we can support you. And I know that we've got community partners that also want to help as well.
Well, and you stole my word. If there was one thing that I would say, if I had to say, use an adjective or use a word to describe our school system's view on health and wellness, support.
Yes.
There is support out there for students. There's support out there for staff. We are here to help with whatever need there is, so that kids can come into the classroom, be ready to learn, so that our staff can come into our buildings every day ready to support kids in their learning. So thank you for everything that you do, as part of those efforts, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in today. As you can see, there's tons of support available for our students and our staff so that they can be successful. Hope you were able to see some of those highlights as we brought you today's show. We're going to be bringing more to you in the future, so I encourage you to stay tuned for upcoming episodes of The Update. Until then, this is Evan Horton signing off. We'll see you next time. Folks, I encourage you, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. The more people we can reach, the more we can get the word out about the great stories that are going on in the Coweta County school system. That YouTube channel is CCS-TV.